It's Darlington here. I'm glad to meet you. So in this class, I want to teach you about conditional statements in Solidity. So if you're ready, let's jump into the tutorial. So what are conditional statements used for? They are used to regulate and channel the flow of logic within a program. For example, I want to be able to target when somebody makes their first contributions to me. I want to give them the title of a first timer, and once they make their third contribution to me, I want them to become a stakeholder. Okay, so I want to put that logic here using an if-else conditional statement on it. So if you're ready, let's get started. So jumping into the code, I'm going to require 3 sets of mapping. One of them will be, let's call it mapping, and this is going to be called, this is public, of course, public, so that you can have access to it. Let's call this stakeholders. So anyone that is a stakeholder in our platform can have, will be part of this particular mapping. So it's an address mapped to a Boolean value. So we want 3 of these, and this should be mapped to an unsigned integer. I want to call this one contributions. So this actually takes note of every contribution of everyone on the platform. And then lastly, I want to make another one called first timers. Okay, and also a Boolean like that. So after this, we want to complement it by writing a function called donate. Okay, and it's public, of course, and it's payable. And so this is what it does. It checks if the contributions of this particular image to sender, this particular sender, is equal to 2, because on this time that it will be calling, this is the third time that the third trial, the third check, the third time it is checking this, because for it to already be, for the number of contributions of this person to already be 2, that means this person is calling this function or is donating to us the third time. So on this third time, I want this person to be made a stakeholder. So stakeholder sender is equal to what? True. Okay, and I want his contributions to be incremented by just 1. Okay, I could make this thing happen in just 2 conditions, if and else statement, but I want to show you how to use 3 kind of condition: if statement, else if statement, and then else. I want to make that 3 things so that you can see how to use them all at once. So next thing I want to say, else if this contributions is equal to 0. So at 0, that means this should be the second time this person is actually calling this is like the first time this person is calling this function. Then what I want to do is to make, while incrementing the number of times the contribution is being made, okay, I also want to go ahead and call this person first timer. Okay, and I want him to be true. So this is where we establish his position as a first timer. Else if none of these conditions are necessary, all I just want is to be able to increment the value, let's say by 1. All right, and you want to also go ahead and say so while incrementing by 1, you want to say first timer is equal to false. You want to toggle it, want to remove it. Okay, so it says false. So at this time, as it is like this, it's going to check. When it check, is this the first time that this contribution is being made? If it is so, make this person a first timer and increase this contribution by 1. If this is like the second time or the whatever time that he's contributing and he's no longer a first timer, let's not make him a first timer anymore. Okay, but still increase his contributions. And if he has contributed if this is his third contribution to us, we want to make sure that this guy is now a stakeholder and also increase his contribution. So with that, Ctrl+Save, Ctrl+S to compile the code. And once it is compiled, we can start interacting with this, with this particular smart contract. Let me deploy this. It's going to go ahead and deploy. Let's increase this. Okay. So now let's open this here. All right. So let's see the details of this smart contract. Let's check out the number of contributions that he has made to us, and let's just fill up all this information with this same thing. So now I want to check contributions that he has made. Contributions he has made is 0. Is he a first timer now? Obviously not. Like false. Is he a stakeholder? So not a stakeholder. He asks me, or let's see. Okay, the smart contract agrees. So let's make our first donation. All right. So first donation in Preprocess, and once it is donated, we're going to run these other functions again to check, the state. So now it's completed. Let's run the contributions to see how many contributions do we have now. 1 contributions. Is this caller a first timer now? Let's see. Yes, it is a first timer. I see Boolean is true. Is he a stakeholder? Nope. So let's go ahead and make another contribution. All right, so let's increase this. Let's say he's donating 3 ethers to us this time. Okay, let's make that donation, and donation is ongoing right now. Okay, once that is successful, fantastic. Check the number of contributions. Should be 2 now. Okay, and is he a first timer? Again, because previously he was his first timer. So let's see if he's still a first timer. So he's no longer a first timer. Is he a stakeholder? Then he's still a stakeholder. No, he's not a stakeholder. So that worked. So let's perform our third contributions, and let's see if there is a difference now. So I'm going to go ahead and donate the third time and see if this caller becomes a stakeholder. So let's check the contributions. The contributions are not true. Let's check if he's still a first timer. It's false, of course. Yeah, and then let's see if he's a stakeholder. And yes, he's a stakeholder now because we've made our third donation. So this is like a fantastic example of how to use the conditional statements in Solidity. Hope you got some values from this class, and if you do, please smash that subscribe button and like and share. I'll see you in the next class. Bye bye.